And we're back. Did you miss me? Of course you did. Am I still wearing the flamingo shirt? Of course I am. Is it still hot? Of course it is. If you're following along, we're reading Almost Odis by me, Dusty Thompson. If you haven't bought your copy, please buy your copy. They are on sale for $3.99 on Amazon.com for the Kindle version, so go buy it. If you're following along, we are on page 270. In the heat comes the unhappiness. August in California is hot like most everywhere else except San Francisco. Even in August, it's cold there. Crazy from the heat is a saying from my childhood in the muggy, humid South. Angry from the heat is my updated assessment of the dad. When he's hot, nothing can pacify him, not even a tub of chocolate ice cream he always begs me to bring him. During the consumption of said ice cream, he is sedate. Immediately upon the last spoonful, he is again angry at both the small portion and removal of the distraction. When he's angry, there's not much to write about as I am trying to entertain and maybe educate. I am not trying to have a written version of a reality show. We may parade crazy at a family reunion, but no one wants to hear the tales of woe attached to caring for an aging parent. At least not the unfunny stories, and there seem to be more of those than not lately. I only want to share things worth sharing. I'll save my complaints for myself, my siblings, sometime over dinner with friends, and my accountability partner, and my conversations with Jesus. It is interesting to note he has come to feel entitled to co-opt my time to run errands for him. For example, there is a regional consultant for my program who has an office on the campus where I live. About once a month or so, I meet with her for part of a day to go over my program and discuss upcoming changes, etc. Whenever I work with her, the dad feels as if I'm not really working and constantly calls my cell phone demanding I stop what I am doing and run an errand for him. If I ignore his calls, he will literally call every minute, sometimes 20 to 25 times in an hour until I pick up. If I turn my phone off, I will possibly miss a real call from my staff, so that is not an option. When I acquiesce and say I will run the errand, he will call me every 10 minutes to see if I have completed the errand and demand I bring him whatever he wants at home that moment, giving no regard to my work. When I bring up the fact that I am work, he tells me, "Talking ain't really work." I do more than just talk for my job. I also walk around while I'm talking. Yay me. The most recent example involved a ceramic horse, if you can believe that. There was a vendor in the lobby of the canteen who was selling a variety of Asian-inspired items, one of them being a statue of a riderless horse enrobed in the finery of the Chinese tradition. The artisan who created it had decided to paint it by dripping various shades of green and blue over the statue, spending little regard to the natural lines of the sculpture or the details that made it special. I gave it no more than a cursory glance as I made my way to the elevators. During the meeting, I received a flurry of phone calls from the dad. When I finally answered, he demanded I get $60 out of his savings account and buy the horse statue. I questioned why he wanted it and where would he place it, but he simply said, "Buy it." I told him I would and told him I would bring it home with me at the end of the day. After I bought it, he called me at least 15 times demanding to know when I was bringing it home, asking me if I could leave work and bring it right now. I decided to take my lunch break and took the horse home. When I brought it inside, he asked me if I liked it, trying to be diplomatic because I did not like it. It was super tacky. I said, "If you like it, that's all that matters." He pressed me and said, "Do you like it or not?" Again, I tried to be nice and said, "It doesn't matter what I like, it's your horse statue." He looked at me, seemingly upset, and said, "Answer the question, do you like it?" I said, truthfully, "It is not my taste, no." He should have known it wasn't my taste, but whatever. With that, he told me he had bought it for me, and he looked crestfallen and walked out of the room, leaving the horse next to the centerpiece of the dining room table. Not completely sure how this played out so oddly, I returned to work. When I came home that evening, I asked the location of the horse as it no longer adorned the dining room table. He replied, "Oh, it broke. I stood up to take it to my room and I dropped it, so I threw it away." I looked at the floor, realized he couldn't have cleaned it up as he cannot bend over due to his back, and realized he had thrown the horse away just because I didn't like it. I didn't know what to do, and I felt excessively guilty, and I really don't know why. The dad has the uncanny ability to excite extreme guilt in others. It is definitely his superpower. And we'll leave you there and see you next time. Thanks.